My heart, pumping all day long. Get me the morning when darkness comes. My heart, ooh. It takes so long to mend. It's harder to lean on this shell of a man. You found love in the Lord, your family and your friends. Could you please pray for me that I can find the same within? My heart, pumping all day long. When the evening comes, please stay strong. Give me the morning when darkness falls. My heart, I found victory in the Father's love from the day we wed. And those vows still hold true. Nothing's gonna tear me down until the day I'm dead. My heart belongs to you. I'm gonna pick my bones up and walk through the storm I made. I'm gonna head on home before it gets too late. I turn it upside down and be thankful for what he gave. I'm gonna pick my bones up and walk through the storm I made. I'm gonna hold on tight to you when it gets rough. I'm gonna lay down all my cards and call your bluff. Because the one thing in this moonlit room I trust is the beauty of your smile and the warmth inside your touch. Oh, there's nothing like a love, nothing like a love of a woman. The way she holds you tight, the way she holds upside down, be thankful for what he gave. I'm gonna pick my bones up and walk through the storm I made. I'm gonna hold on tight to you when it gets rough. I'm gonna lay down all my cards and call your bluff. Because the one thing in this moonlit room I trust is the beauty of your smile and the warmth inside your touch. Oh, there's nothing like love, nothing like love of a woman. The way she holds you tight, way she holds you tight when you need it most. It gives you just that little bit, just to keep on living. And that's when you find out what you're made of. That's when you find out. That's when you find out what you're made of. My heart is like a lighthouse, just trying to get you home. Your soul is like an anchor, just dragging you along. Pay no mind to what I'm saying. I've been drinking all day long. I just wanna hold you while we dance to this song. We were younger when we first laid eyes. I was walking up in heaven's skies. How about you? Did you feel it too? Don't believe in love at first sight. Now you make me wanna change my mind. How about you? Oh, how about you? My heart is like a lighthouse, just trying to get you home. Your soul is like an anchor, dragging you along. Pay no mind to what I say. I've been drinking all day long. I just wanna hold you while we dance to this song. Trying to get you home. Your soul is like an anchor, just dragging you along. Pay no mind to what I'm saying. I've been drinking all day long. I just wanna hold you while we dance to this song. I just wanna hold you, just wanna hold you while we dance to this song. Walking a gray line in a world that's black and white. Wondering why things they did not turn out quite right. Please believe me, please don't leave me. I said I'm sorry, didn't you hear me? The rain, the rain, the rain is falling slow. It's cold, we know, we're standing in it too. You're there, your hair is soaking wet. Please take my jacket, take it. Please believe me, please don't leave me. I said I'm sorry, didn't you hear me? Please believe me, please don't leave me now. I said I'm sorry, I said I'm sorry, didn't you hear me? The rain, the rain, the rain is falling slow. It's cold, we know, we're standing in it too. You're there, your hair is soaking wet. Please take my jacket. You look better in it anyway. You look better in it anyway. Just take it. Just take it. Watching you go through it. You're living, you're loving, you're laughing, you're playing, you're singing, you're dancing in the dark. You're dancing in the dark. I said I'm sorry. You're dancing in the dark. Dancing in the dark. I said I'm sorry. You're dancing in the dark. Wind is always at my back. My back is always strapped with these things that I call my own. Life, it isn't always grand, but when you finally take that stand, just do what they want. Time, it goes faster every day, and my heart it leads the way, while the future it fades into a memory. Is always at my back. My back is always strapped with these things that I call my
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
As the world watches and listens in horror, the peaceful pro-democracy demonstration in China comes to a violent and bloody end.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Wolves hiding nearby, whispering do or die around me. You say your last good night while I begin
There is another very important phase of warfare. It has as its target not the body, but the mind of the enemy.
The target of psychological warfare is against the enemy's mind.
It is words and ideas.
The ammunition used by Psywar.
Its mission is to influence the thoughts of the enemy soldier, and at the same time
is expected and encouraged to study foreign languages and the social sciences such as history, economics, and sociology. He must have a broad and sympathetic understanding of all phases of human experience.
gripping at my skin, the walls of night close in.
But the use of this force as an integral part of combat has now taken on new form.
As I wait to say my last goodbye.
These are the Psy-War soldiers.
Guys, hello, and welcome to Caught Up. It's Tuesday. I think it's episode 33, and it's kind of what I've been doing here for a while now on Tuesdays, trying to do something, right? Trying to get information out, sharing what's going on, having a good time with it, right? So, anyway, let me see here. All right, guys. My name is Brian Riley, by the way. So anyway, Caught Up is an echo chamber for content creators. The show is Caught Up. Almost all content on the show, Caught Up, is created by citizen journalists. I share content created by citizen journalists who I believe to be the best at finding facts buried deep into the abyss, or outlets who I believe to be best for verifiable information. We have to operate within their system, and we only have the information they allow us to have. These individuals who nerd out on fact-finding missions and then add their opinions to better inform me, to make the best choice for me in this war of narratives is resolute. The information war is a battle for your mind. The information war is a battle for your mind and ultimately compliance. I'm excited to share this content in hopes that you will shut off mainstream media, who I believe is just another form of entertainment. So again, welcome to Caught Up, and smashing like that button. Thumbs up. Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is, for whatever reason. So anyway, a lot of interesting things, right? Probably nothing new that nobody's not already heard about. Let's see. Joe Biden does an interview on CBS and talked a little bit about how he feels, and Donald Trump, and then Kamala Harris, and the fact that she would, I guess, use her campaign to mimic Trump's maybe a little bit, right, on her so-called platform, her ticket, whatever, right? So, and then man, Musk and Trump last night on X. So we aired that on here. It was like 3 hours, and first 45 minutes of it was a mess because DDoS is what they blamed it on, which we did a show on that, or I did a show on that had, since they gave out the bulletin for that, just kind of odd it would happen to X, right? And so, yeah, but anyway, that's where it's at this evening, and that's where I'd like to go. So let's get started. All right, guys, we'll go back to here right here to the beginning. I believe that's Jane Pauley, if y'all don't know who that is.
Costa.
We're living through history.
We really are.
Let's begin with your decision. You're at your home, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, late July with your family, and you make this historic decision. Tell me the story.
Look, the polls we had showed that it was the neck and neck race, would have been down to the wire. But what happened was a number of my Democratic colleagues in the House and Senate thought that I was going to hurt them in the races. And I was concerned if I stayed in the race, that would be the topic. You'd be interviewing me about why did Nancy Pelosi say, why did so? And I thought it'd be a real distraction, number one. Number two,
Okay. Did you hear him bring up Nancy Pelosi and the distraction? Number one. And now he's going on to number two. The Senate and all of them. Talking about like he was going to be a burden on the Democratic National Committee's ticket. Joe Biden was, right? And so if you guys know me about anything, then you know that I think Joey is a sponge. He was there to soak up everything that was being exposed. A career politician. How do you expose a bad career politician? You illegitimately allow him to become a whatever that he thinks he is up there in Maryland in the White House. Um, I can't call the gentleman what everybody else wants to call him. I just can't, and I kind of refuse to do so. So, yeah, I'm not going to. So, to the best of my ability, I may make a mistake, but in the end, I'm not doing that. But the fact that he's talking about they pushed him out. Nancy Pelosi, if y'all saw the interview with her where she claims that she didn't start, she just got phone calls, right? So I'm thinking there's way more to this. They threatened this man, Joey, to resign from the race. What a time we live in, right? So, all right, hang on one second.
when I ran the first time, I thought of myself as being a transition president. I can't even say how old I am. It's hard for me to get out of my mouth. And but things got moving so quickly, it didn't happen. And the combination was that I thought it was a critical issue for me, still is not a joke, maintaining this democracy. But I thought it was important because although it's a great honor being president,
Thought it was a critical issue to maintain the democracy. Our nation is a republic, and they've tried to convince people that they're saving a democracy. And while that word or term plays a role in some of the things in our country, that's not what they're saving. They're destroying it. The republic is what we're trying to save.
I think I have an obligation to the country to do the most important thing we can do, and that is we must defeat Trump.
I saw those images of your family.
Okay, so in the very beginning, though, that's the beginning of this interview. At least that's what they are showing us. Like I said, they are who allows us the information that we get, and we can only go through it the way that we train ourselves to do so, right? So, yeah, where I was going with this. Oh, he said they were neck and neck in the polls, right? I want to see at the time just before or right at the time of the debate. Let's see where he's at with the polls, right? This is Forbes magazine. And top line says former President Donald Trump has expanded his polling edge on Joe Biden in recent weeks, according to multiple poll averages. And mounting calls for him to drop out following last month's debate. All right, so it says key facts. Trump leads Biden by 3 points in rear clear politics. Trump is up by 4 points in both Morning Consult's weekly registered voter surveys, in both of them. Trump led Biden 52 to 47% among likely voters in CBS NewYork.gov. CBS News /YouGov. My bad. I apologize for that. Remember, guys, I got East Tennessee education here. Remember, signs that Trump was expanding his lead appeared shortly after the debate. Trump leads Biden by 3 points in Pennsylvania. An ABC IPS Washington poll released last week found Biden and Trump are tied. So here's ABC in the Washington Post. It says they're tied. But it does, however, show that the poll with 67% thinks that Biden should withdraw, up from 81% in April and 68% just a year ago. And then among Biden supporters, 54% said he should drop out. 81% says he's too old for another term. And that's, again, ABC Post poll. Right, well, then you got NPR. Survey found that Biden would beat Trump in a head-to-head matchup, 50 to 48%, but trails him by 1 point when the third-party candidates are on the ballot. That's NPR. So we got ABC and NPR. You got PBS. What the hell ever. It says Biden has firmly rebuffed calls from some 36 congressional Democrats and a string of prominent pundits to end his candidacy in the wake of the debate. So, how correct was Biden when he said that they were neck and neck in the polls? Besides NPR and ABC, everybody else was gone, you know? Look at there. It's the real Ed Reno. All right. And he finally sees a Biden Harris sign, right? Hey, I did too. I saw a Biden Harris sign, but it was before Biden dropped out. But of all the trips that I made back and forth between Michigan and Nashville and everything else, only one. I drove a good part of the time. I only flew once, but everywhere else I drove, and no billboards, no nothing. No nothing. So I get to travel a time or two more before we vote in November. So maybe we'll see something different out there. The Harris effect, right? Whatever. What the hell ever. Man, it's good to see at Real Ed Reno. It makes me feel good. I like the engagement when it's there. And who doesn't, right? So all right, let's go on to the next thing here, guys. So that was what was we watch? Oh yeah, who was leading? And that was by the Federalist. For sure by the Federalist there, you know. So let's see what's next. Oh, watch this right here. Of course, got to put it on presentation screen. Okay, it says future ex-prez confirms palace coup. I mean, and this is the Patriot Post. I'd be furious if I could remember who she is. Can you see that right there? That's funny as hell, ain't it? So it says, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas unless you're wildly unpopular 81-year-old incumbent president. I've only seen 1 2 at Real Ed Reno. I've only seen 1 2. It says in this case, the world eventually trickles out via Freedom of Information Act. That's FOIA, FOIA, for those who don't know. Request that you had some sort of medical event in Sin City on July 17th. And they have released the recordings. If you hit that little blue right there, and if you go to the Patriot Post, you'll find it. It is doubtful that this incident had anything to do with the inglorious end to Joe Biden's reelection bid for 4 days later. But still, as our Mark Alexander has suggested, the big guy's ouster has been scripted for some time. And let's face it, the Democrats and their mainstream media trucklings have been propping up Biden for more than 4 fucking years. We know that. We know that to be true. Very, very true. Perhaps Biden, who seemed with each passing week to plumb new depths in this polling, presidential polling, simply saw the light. Perhaps the guy who undemocratic Democrats determined to be a sure loser on November 5th finally bowed to inevitability, or perhaps not. If we know Joe, or we know Joey, and we know the power-mad Democrats, he didn't do so much bow out as bend over from a good swift kick in the cojones. Indeed, this was a palace coup, a political hit job, and the leader of the Long Knivers, who was none other than Biden's erstwhile pal and fellow Octonarians, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. He confirmed as much in an interview this week with CBS News. We saw that, did we not? We saw that. We saw that. We saw where he made a big to do over Pelosi, did he not? I don't think he will. So, gotta love the little commies, huh? Since my stepdaughter early voted for Biden, left my look. There were some normies out there, obviously, that would do such a thing, and I didn't. I knew long before he was ever involved in the race. Of course, we have people in our family who have been doing this for a long, long time. So therefore, I don't know, but we've been part of this for a while, ain't we, Real Ed Reno? We certainly have. You know what I mean? So hopefully she's awake now, right? I mean, that's the whole goal of this, is that people are waking up this exposure stage that we're in at the moment, because that's where we got to go to. So, truth, the machine just put down an old wretch for a ratchet. So, yeah, there might be some truth to that too. It's just a new puppet. You know what I'm saying? When the deep state, uniparty, whatever the hell you want to call these people, get involved, but these are the things that happen, right? You know, Joe Biden calls out Pelosi. There's been a coup in the palace. How often have we heard that word coup in our country, on our soil? Ever, except for the last month, maybe 6 weeks, 2 months, something like that. Pretty sure. Didn't hear much my whole adult life, and I'm 50, right? So they're calling a coup. I mean, and so you got to believe it is what it is. And it makes me wonder if he's really going to give up. I mean, is he really going to step away and do those sort of things? You know, I almost wonder if he's going to come back at the convention. Imagine putting a real microphone in his face. Talk about Joey. Right now, he's angry. He thinks he's this major dude, man. Like he's one of the greatest presidents, right? I mean, he really believes that. He's got this legacy. You know, we We know that he took notes everywhere from the time he was a Senate, VP, and then illegitimately as the position that he's in right now, right? So, I mean, you know, he's trying to build him up a library, so to speak. They're talking about putting him on fucking Mount Rushmore, right? Go look at his track record. Any of you out there, go look at his track record. Before he was ever VP, look at that track record first. Then look at the track record as VP. What the hell did he do? And now as an illegitimate president, what the hell did he do? He reversed everything. I say illegitimate on purpose, guys, because until we have real one day paper ballot ID elections, then this is just wash, rinse, and repeat until that shit changes. Just my opinion, right? So, and it's just the next damn puppet, right? So Trump is not a puppet. He's not a politician. He's not any of those things. It's why he's having, it's why they've come after him the way that they have. So let's see. It's like when they change colors on a race car. Exactly. Still the same damn team. Just new optics. That's right. And you're right. It's for sure a deep conversation. I mean, I'm talking to people at work now more. Not that I'm bringing the conversations up, because I am who I am and who I have been for as long as I've been, right? And so I've never been quiet about some of these things, but you can't push the envelope to the point because it just shuts people down. And so, therefore, they're coming to me now because hey, did you see this? You know what's going on? Joe finally came back out. Who's running the fucking country, guys? If this dude's supposedly duly elected, when you see Kamala Harris somewhere, they're pretending, the media is like she's already that individual that was elected to run this country. No. It's coup. It's probably unconstitutional. It's probably a whole lot of things. The problem is the people. If we will learn to hold these people accountable, these politicians, then some of the shit stops. Like I said, one day elections, paper ballots, ID, legal citizenship, period, nothing else. If you understood how elections work within the districts, within the county, within the state, how all that works, all this can be done in one day. I don't give a shit if there's 400 million people on the United States soil. They can do it in a day. It's designed that way. You just have to understand how the process works, and my show is not intended to do that. Maybe we talk about how the election process works, and we try to go through step by step. I don't know. I'm not an expert at it. I only know what I know based off of a guy that's done some research because he's tired of watching these people sell us the hell out, and he's tired of watching people come around and say, we'll get them in 4 years. It's like watching them guys at the pulpit at church talk about how we're living in the last days, meaning that we've all been left behind. It's not true. It's not damn true. Not true. So, a little bit of a rant for me at the moment, right? So, okay, hang on. You agree, man. I appreciate the hell out of you at Real Ed Reno. I'll just tell you that because, well, one day we can have a conversation about how some of these platforms work, and they claim to be free, and yeah. Anyway, I'm blessed to be able to get on here and complain just a little bit, right? So, all right. So let's see, where am I at? I'm at the 4-minute mark. There was a reason why I came here. Let's see.
It really is the beginning of your journey to the presidency. As you look at American democracy 7 years later, how do you see it?
When I spoke to the mom who lost her daughter as a consequence of those neo-Nazis and white supremacists come out of fields in America with torches, carrying Nazi banners, singing the same sick anti-Semitic bile that was sung in Germany in the 30s. And when her daughter was killed, the press went to the then President Trump and said, "What do you think?" He said, "They're very fine people on both sides."
Very fine people on both sides. I remember this whole incident. And now that we know the truth, why the hell would this guy say something like, because obviously they gave him a card, right? And told him this is how he had to answer that question. Nazis. He's talking about Ukraine. That's where the damn Nazis were at, right?
I knew then. I knew I had to do something. That's why I decided to run, because democracy was literally at stake. And and then he evidenced everything that we thought. January 6th, when attack on the Capitol, talked about now, because he now talks about making sure they're all let out of prison. They're going to pardon them. Think of this. Every other time the Ku Klux Klan's been involved, they wore hoods, so they're not identified. Under his presidency, they came out of those woods with no hoods, knowing they had an ally. That's how I read it. They knew.
You hear what he said? When Trump became a president, the KKK came and they took their hoods off because they knew that they had an ally. If you do any research on Joe Biden, who was his buddy? What did that dude from, gosh, I hope I'm right. Was it Virginia? Bird was his last name? Wasn't he part or head or some sort of super leader in the KKK? I mean, the hell, right? I mean, what, for real, what the hell, right? I mean, makes no sense to me. Makes no earthly sense to me. Oh gosh, where was I going with this? That he would blame Trump for the KKK when he himself was a part of that for real. You know what I mean? So let's see. They keep the people just too busy trying to eat and stay out of the weather to pay attention or protest, which is true. And then you ought to go in some of these truck lounges at truck stops and hear the conversations. People are fed up. I agree with that. I mean, people are fed up. You know what I mean? It's a discussion. Look, it's a discussion that we really should be having. You know what I mean? So, anyway, anybody notice that I got 58 followers now, and 2 days ago I only had 37, and so before 2 days ago I had 37 what I believe to be real followers, and after doing some investigative research and some back and forth with some people through email, suddenly appeared 21 more new followers. Right now, I have 8 people watching, 7 on Rumble, 1 on YouTube. 1 on Rumble belongs to me, so that makes 6. The other on YouTube is me as well, so that I can make sure that my channel is working on that as well, right? So that leaves 6. 6 other people. One is at Real Ed Reno for sure, and I don't know who the other 5 are. If you have access to live chat, it would be great if you did something like that. I'd be willing to bet it ain't one of the new 20 that I got. I got a feeling that they're all AI or all bots. But we're going to find out, right? I went from 37 to 58 in a blink of an eye. So if there's more than just at Real Ed Reno that's watching this, and according to my counter up here, it shows that there is at least 5. If you have access to live chat, meaning you verified your email through Rumble, say something. Give me a thumbs up, smash the like button or whatever, right? Show me that you are a real person and this is just not a bot that's watching, and only Ed and me are the only two paying attention to what's going on the show, which is fine. I never did this to do anything other than more than just to be able to have an outlet to talk and you know, it's a hobby. I love it. It never intended to make money or anything like that. If it grew into something, it was great. If money came from it, I guess, right? But it was only to inform people, to be an echo chamber, to share the content that was created by people who I thought were good at what the hell that they did, to keep me better informed, to keep me informed so that this information war wasn't going to make me comply. And so it wasn't going to make me comply anyway, because like I said, I was raised to ask questions, to ask why. So, you know, that's my issue at the moment, is this all of a sudden I've gained all these people here. So most of these drivers can't go home because they lose their home, have to keep running just to get paid. Yeah, right. I'm not serious. Look at my account, man. It shows. Let me see here real quick. Let me show you this. Right here. Share. All right. See down here, 58 followers. Comments, this, that, and the other. Right here is all real Ed Reno. Every bit of that. This whole conversation, this chat's only real. Someone else chat with us. Exactly. I mean, says there's 5. One's me, one's Ed. So there's 3 other people watching this, supposedly. Supposedly. Says 58 followers. That's, do you see what I mean? I something's going on. I know that before the other day, I had what I thought were 37 real followers. I know it's not a lot, guys. And look, there's 5 or 6 of them that are family and friends that I can verify, a few coworkers. So the others maybe they're real, maybe they're not. I don't know. But I had a slow, steady follow, which was okay. I was okay with that. And then to bump up to 58 and get these likes and these comments on other shows, and where they at? Where are the 58, dude? If you're watching this, Mr. Whatever your name is, whose name I won't give on this channel, we've been interacting on email about how to gain more followers, and all of a sudden I got 21 more than what I was supposed to have. Where are they? Where are they? All right. So let's see. Let me go back to old dumbass's interview. Let me go back to dumbass's interview here. And it was the 21.
They had an ally in the White House. He stepped up for them.
Are you confident that there will be a peaceful transfer of power in January 2025?
If Trump wins, no, I'm not confident at all. I mean, if Trump loses, I'm not confident at all. He means what he says. We don't take him seriously. He means it. All the stuff about
Trump means it. He means what he said. Isn't that funny? He's like a 80-something-year-old man. He means what he says. Dude, you're only home 3 days a month. That's why we don't get no time. You ain't coming to see me if you're only home 3 days a month. I don't blame you.
if we lose, there'll be a bloodbath. It's have to be a stolen election. Look what they're trying to do now.
If we lose, it'll be a bloodbath, a stolen election. Blah, 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 blah.
Now, in the local election districts where people count the votes, they're elected, they're putting people in place in states that they're going to count the votes, right? You can't love your country only when you win.
You can't love your country only when you win. That's pathetic. That's pathetic right there. Pathetic.
We have to win Pennsylvania, my original home state. He and I are putting together a campaign tour in Pennsylvania. I'm going to be campaigning in other states as well. And I'm going to do whatever Kamala thinks I can do to help most.
We had this conversation in the president's private residence, here in the White House Treaty Room, where historic peace agreements have been signed. Watching over us, Ulysses S. Grant, the general turned president who labored to restore the Union after the Civil War.
When you think about the presidency, we're here in a special room in the residence, so much history in this room. How do you want history to remember President Biden?
Here we go. It's about his legacy. Give shit less about this country, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about what's going to happen in his presidential library, all these things. He is not a legitimate president. Just, I wish that, just, yeah. Well,
that he proved democracy can work. It got us out of a pandemic. It produced the single greatest economic recovery in American history.
Where democracy can work. They got us out of what? What kind of recovery? Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, he believes the garbage he's spewing out there. You know what I mean? Pat Joe on the back. Joey the Sponge. The dude will never walk down the street in public again. He'll be ridiculed, laughed, pushed down, whatever the case may be. He'll have to Uber, Dinner Dash, DoorDash, whatever the hell they call that shit, to his house continuously till he put him in the dirt in a pine box, because once he's out of there for sure, once they get him out of the world's most expensive nursing home, that dude will never walk down the street. Never.
The most powerful economy in the world. We have more to do. And it demonstrated that we can pull the nation together. Look, I've always believed, and I still do, the American people are good and decent. They're honorable people. When I announced my candidacy to run way back for president, I said we got to do three things: restore the soul of America.
How's your soul, America? That man got 81 million votes. How is your soul, America? How's it doing right now? Your 50th, man. That's something we need to celebrate. I turned 50. We celebrated a little bit. We should celebrate, man. Let's see what he says next. Soul.
Build the economy from the middle out and the bottom up, not the top down.
Build the economy from the bottom up, not the top down. He's been there supposedly a legitimate dude for 3 and some years, right? Where the hell did that idea come? Why didn't he do that at the beginning? Because I remember day one, he used executive orders and he destroyed everything that was created. So top down, bottom up bullshit. I mean, you tell me, right?
And bring the country together. No one thought we could get done, and including some of my own people.
And bring the country together. Explain to me where everyone's united under Joey, the sponge. I'm not united under that dumbass. Are you? Obviously, you're not united under him either. There's way too many people I know out there. We're not united under him. Where did he unite the country? He united the elites. He united the deep state. He united the uniparty. He lined their pockets with the most amount of money that they ever received in their entire lives under COVID. The trillion or trillions of dollars that went out and came back in NGOs, non-governmental organizations, back into the pockets of politicians for campaign or what the hell ever, whatever it was. It went out. It got laundered through Ukraine, probably Taiwan. Where else? Sam Bankman-Friedman, or Sam Bankman-Fried, whatever the hell his name is, that young ass punk whose parents put all that shit on him. All that money, was it $40 billion just disappeared? Bull. That should tell you exactly what currency really is. It was the click of a mouse. That's it. How do you lose $40 billion? It's a stack so big you couldn't put it in this room. And they lost it. No, everything is bullshit. It's the thumbnail on the front of the show. I'm going to keep it that way until it changes. Because that's the flipping facts right there. Everything's bullshit. You probably never seen or heard it, but do you feel like that? Oh, well, it's just never heard it. Hang on one second.
The problems is I knew all the things we did were going to take a little time to work their way through. So now people are realizing, oh, that highway, oh, that the biggest mistake we made, we didn't put up signs saying Joe did it.
Again. Yeah, they did, man. They brought back the racism. You're absolutely right. It started with Obama. Obama brought that bullshit back. I never was racist when it came to black. My issue was illegal aliens. I'm a carpenter. It's what I do for a living. At the time in my life, I built homes. bottom up, inside, outside, this, that, and the other. And we were competing with the illegal aliens. You know what I mean? I took building trades in high school, and I was told that I could make a great salary. I could become all these things. And then when I get out, I got to compete with a labor force of illegals. And today it's where it was when I was 18 to where I'm at now at 50. It's 100 times worse. The replacement theory. If you don't believe that, I believe it. It's the replacement theory. They have people saying that there's not enough labor out there to do the jobs to run America, so they're okay with the illegals coming through. Is the dumbest fucking excuse I ever heard in my entire life. It's not true. The replacement theory. I went to a restaurant the other day, one that I frequently go to, right? And inside that restaurant, there was 20 illegals. I call illegal. You know why I call them illegal? Because they can't speak a lick of English. If they could speak English, they might be legal, or at least convince me that they may be legal. But they can't. I have to use my phone, the translator app, talking to it, comes out in Spanish and shows them to take my order. A week prior, the same restaurant that I went to had 7 American citizens working there that could all speak English. Now there's 2, and there's a whole bunch of them Spanish, non-English speaking people there. And what are they doing? They're learning so that they can go to other restaurants within that same corporation and carry on, because they don't have to talk to you if you got a fucking kiosk out front. Sorry about my mouth, but it makes me mad. They don't have to answer you. There's no dialogue. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. Why do I got to show my phone? Translator. Look, I'm not saying that people shouldn't come here the right way, but they come here the way that they're coming. And then they're giving them jobs. So one day I hope when Trump gets back in office that we have the greatest deportation in the history of America, because they all got cell phones, they all bought cars, they did all these things. They were tracked through Apple Pay, this, that, and the other. And so they should know where the hell they are. CISA, remember, Cyber Infrastructure Security Agency, a 4-letter agency. Remember them? You ought to know where the fuck they are. I can show you a whole bunch of them.
Folks, the people of this nation have spoken.
4 years ago, what Joe did was defeat Donald Trump. Now, with Trump attempting to return to the White House, Biden is sounding the alarm in a way sitting presidents rarely, if ever, do.
The stakes are that high to you.
He's sounding the alarm. The stakes are that high. Well, here's the thing. He's no longer in the office. So he gave up on the campaign to run for president, and he's disappeared from the White House. Or is he in Delaware or wherever the hell he's at, right? Makes no sense to me, right? Which is exactly what's been going on. A coup.
I give you my word, I think that high. Mark my words. If he wins this this election, watch what happens. It's a danger. He's a genuine danger to Americans.
If he wins this election, he's a danger. Was he a danger prior to, in his first 4 years? Where was Trump a danger at? Why do they keep reiterating this garbage? Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm back. He's a danger. Let's go on and see what else the hell he says.
Security. Look, we're at an inflection point in world history. We really are. The decisions we make in the last 3-4 years, and the next 3 or 4 years, are going to determine what the next 6 decades look like. And democracy is the key. And that's why I went down and made that speech at Johnson Center about the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is so out of whack.
The Supreme Court is so out of whack. Did we get the states to get the decision to abortion? That means if our elections are real and legal, then the people can choose just exactly how they want that to go, right? What to say? Truckers that can't speak English. So see, it's in every field: carpentry, construction, trucking. I mean, you're talking interstate infrastructure. The hell are they thinking? Makes no sense to me. No sense to me. No sense.
Out of whack. And so I propose that we limit terms to 18 years. So anyway, there's little regard by the MAGA Republicans for the political institutions. That's what holds this country together.
Little regard for the MAGA that's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Wrong. I'm fixing to get off this here in just a second.
That's what democracy is about. That's who we are as a nation.
That's what democracy is about.
Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be with you.
Bullshit. It's all bullshit right there, man. So sick. Just like Ed said, so sick, man. It's wrong. In every way possible, it's wrong. So we go through a 12-minute little damn interview there that he has on CBS Morning Show, and we show or talk or discuss just exactly about how all of it was not even real, not true. He was never neck and neck in the polls with Biden or Trump. Never. His policies have only killed our country the same way that he claims that Trump has killed the country. And so, in 12 minutes of garbage there, we can deem that it's all not real. It's fake and gay, ladies and gentlemen. Fake and gay. So, real quick, we're going to do some Kamala Harris garbage here. So, let's see. All right, it says Kamala Harris isn't running a Democratic campaign. The media are doing it for her, and this is what article? Federalists. A Federalist says this particular. We'll get back into it the right way. It's a Federalist. Kamala Harris isn't running a Democrat campaign. The media is doing it for her. It says there's particularly revealing set of quotes from unnamed Democrat insiders. Monday's edition of Political's playbook that went like this: values unite and specific policies divide. So I don't think there is a desire to spend the next 80 days litigating Medicare for all. For example, and why we would start talking about policy. In other words, Democrats feel no need to whatsoever run a campaign for president. They know they don't have to because the news media is doing it for them. And you can go to all of them. You can go to The Hill, The Guardian, Epoch Times. Not that Epoch Times is doing it for her. they're giving the news. Anyhow, the media is running a campaign just like Joe Biden's campaign was in 2020, where his ass was in a basement. He had these fancy ass circles. Fancy ass circles. So let's go to her playbook. Playbook, the unwritten Harris. Right? The playbook, the unwritten Harris. Trying. Let's see. The American people, wealthiest in the world. That's true. True to a T. And there's so much wealth. We could be doing so much better than what we are. All right, so this is the unwritten Harris agenda, right? So it goes down to VP Harris endorsed the notion of exempting tip income from federal taxation at a Las Vegas rally. Most people took note of the fact she hijacked the policy from who? Donald J. Trump. So it says we caught our eyes on was she had endorsed any policy proposals at all. Now 3 weeks into her campaign, the Democratic National Convention just weeks away, who I hope Joe Biden crashes. She has ridden a wave of base enthusiasm and swing voter relief to put the presidency back into play. That is the dumbest shit I ever heard. What she hasn't done yet is settle on planning for governing. She hasn't governed at ever, except in the broadest of strokes. Her stump speech has framed the campaign as a fight for the future. Whatever. Say what you will about Trump's uneven interest in policymaking. His Republican allies have been laying the groundwork for a return to power for months. The uneven interest in policymaking? No. He's great at policymaking. On one hand, the lack of clarity from Harris is understandable. A month ago, anyone talking about a 2025 Democratic agenda would have been laughed at out of the room, given the concerns over Joe Biden's vitality. But the pressure is mounting on Harris to say more, and it's not just about persuading voters, as the new WAPO editorial argues. It's about governing. Elections aren't just about winning; they're about accumulating political capital for the particular agenda. I talk about the agenda. It's an information war. Over the weekend, we saw hints that more details are coming. In Arizona, Friday, she sketched out bare bones of a border agenda. She's the czar, the border czar. She hasn't done nothing. That's a politically necessity. Points out in a piece of 5 major questions is voters are still deeply worried about the economy and inflation. Public perception of the economy is weak for the Democrats. What remains to be seen is how she'll distinguish herself from Biden. Distinguish herself from Biden. Distinguish herself from Biden. Distinguish herself. They're the same damn puppet. I mean, master of puppets is pulling your strings, twisting your mind, smashing your dreams. Blinded by me, you can't see a thing. Just call my name, I'll hear you scream. Master. It doesn't make any sense at all. This is a beautiful thing, you know. It's the time that we live in is amazing. All right, let's see. Most Democratic insiders we spoke to, however, are totally fine keeping this vague. Let's see. Top Hill leaders appear happy to stick to the basics. What is this? Deputies of House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries gave a PowerPoint presentation that outlined a big picture: people over politics, lowering housing and healthcare costs, tax relief for hardworking American families, make corporations pay their fair share, and so on. The risk of ambiguity is that Republicans stand ready to fill the void, reminding voters of the many policies Harris has backed during the 2020 presidential primary and since repudiated, including eliminating private health insurance, decriminalizing border crossings, and banning fracking. But the Democrats we spoke to said they are all comfortable nonetheless. They're all comfortable nonetheless, guys. Nonetheless. Puppets, that's right. Kind of like jellyfish news. I do get a lot from TNT News in Australia and some from Ireland too. They're puppets, Ed. We know this to be true. They're puppets. And that's why Metallica is famous for that song. It's amazing. Amazing. So let's see. I'm thinking. Hey, look. Okay. So, guys, I have these kick-ass videos real quick I want to run by and play. Let's see. Like this one right here. Yeah, this one right here. We gotta watch this. Let's see. I'll be back in just a second.
Pumping. 3, 2, 1. Bombs away.
Dilly Beam Team. That's badass. That's what Trump in the cockpit of the new Top Gun movie, right? Very, very funny. Very funny. All right, let's see if I got a couple more of these, and then we'll close the show out. All right, hang on one sec. Yeah, that's the other thing. Did any of you watch? Do you happen to see it, Ed? Let me see. I got to check out and do road stuff. Support your truckers, guys. Show them love. Thanks for the broadcast. Thank you, Ed. Very, very much, man. Very, very much, dude. Very much appreciated. Anyway, anybody check out the X Twitter Musk Trump thing yesterday? Because it was amazing. Just the questions, just the casual talk that they had. They went over everything. Bacon. Talked about bacon. Bacon. Those kinds of conversations to be talked about because bacon's fucking expensive here lately. So, yeah. If you don't have an opportunity, maybe I can re-air it in a day or two or something like that. I did it live here, and like I said, but anyway, it was a great conversation. Great conversation. Trying to see real quick here. What this may or may not be.
We can now project the winner of the presidential race, Donald Trump.
In a couple minutes.
Trump's left the building. We can now project the winner of the presidential race. Donald Trump wins the presidency. What started off as unlikely, impossible, is now reality.
I will fight for you with every breath in my body, and I will never, ever let you down.
We have a president who actually fulfilled the promises he made during the campaign.
He now has a record as president that's pretty damn impressive.
Breaking news out of Palm
The
Beach,
FBI
Florida.
has executed an unprecedented search warrant at President Donald Trump's against a former president has both sides of the political aisle up
Is
in
a
arms.
dangerous and unstable moment in American
The
history.
Justice Department has just indicted former President Donald Trump.
7 years. They hated him. They targeted him. They hunted him.
This is the epitome of the abuse of the prosecutorial power to preempt political decisions.
I never thought anything like this could happen in America. The only crime that I have committed is to fearlessly defend our nation from those who seek to destroy it. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. They want to take away my freedom because I will never let them take away your freedom. They want to silence me because I will never let them silence you. They're not coming after me, they're coming after you, and I just happen to be standing in their way, and I will never be moving. On November 5th, 2024, justice will be done. We will take back our country, and we will make America great again. America will always rise to every challenge and overcome every danger.
Donald Trump seems to always get stronger when challenged. These types of things, I think, give him strength.
When I'm reelected, I will totally obliterate the deep state. As long as we have pride in our beliefs, courage in our convictions, and faith in our God, then we will not fail.
Way it is right there, folks. The way it is. Love that stuff right there. So, guys, I appreciate the live stream tonight, man. Ed Real Ed Reno. Love the fact that you did that. Proves there's a lot of bots and AI bullshit going on right now. And anyway, guys, have a great evening. You got loved ones and family members. Put your arms around them. Thanks for watching Caught Up. And I will see you. I think Thursday I'll do an episode on the Devolution Power Hour, and then we'll be back on Friday to do our Caught Up again. So thank you and enjoy.
Walking a gray line in a world that's black and white. Wondering why things they did not turn out quite right. Please believe me. Please don't leave me. I said I'm sorry. Didn't you hear me? The rain, the rain, the rain is falling slow. It's cold, we know. We're standing in it too. You're there, your hair is soaking wet. Please take my jacket. Take it. Please believe me. Please don't leave me. I said I'm sorry. Didn't you hear me? Please believe me. Please don't leave me now. I said I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. Didn't you hear me? The rain, the rain, the rain is falling slow. It's cold, we know. We're standing in it too. You're there, your hair is soaking wet. Please take my jacket. You look better in it anyway. You look better in it anyway. Just take it. Just take it. Watching you go through it. You're living, you're loving, you're laughing, you're playing, you're singing, you're dancing in the dark. You're dancing in the dark. I said I'm sorry. You're dancing in the dark. Dancing in the dark. I said I'm sorry. You're dancing in the dark. My heart is like a lighthouse, just trying to get you home. Your soul is like an anchor, just dragging you along. Pay no mind to what I'm saying. I've been drinking all day long. wanna hold you while we dance to this song. We were younger when we first laid eyes. I was walking up in heaven's skies. How about you? Did you feel it too? I don't believe in love at first sight. Now you make me wanna change my mind. How about you? Oh, how about you? My heart is like a lighthouse, just trying to get you home. Your soul is like an anchor, just dragging you along. Pay no mind to what I'm saying. I've been drinking all day long. I just wanna hold you while we dance to this song. Trying to get you home. Your soul is like an anchor, just dragging you along. Pay no mind to what I'm saying. I've been drinking all day long. I just wanna hold you while we dance to this song. I just wanna hold you, just wanna hold you while we dance to this song. It's always at my back. My back is always strapped with these things that I call my own. Life, it isn't always grand, but when you finally take that stand, you become a man. You needed to people just do what they want. Time, it goes faster every day, and my heart, it leads the way, while the future, it fades into a memory. always at my back. My back is always strapped with these things that I call my